Commuters in this commercial vehicle park in Abuja are upset about the rising cost of transportation.
The transport fare has really gone up. Food is also expensive, but the salary has remained the same. I have to choose between feeding and transportation. The government really needs to do something about this.
I'm paying double the amount of money I'm paying for it. So it's terrible. I don't even know whether this is Nigeria because it's terrible. We have oil in this country. We have oil, we manufacture oil in this country, and we find it difficult to even get fuel for our vehicle.
Commercial vehicle drivers say the scarcity of fuel and the cost of buying on the black market in cities like Abuja, as well as cost of vehicle maintenance, have contributed to current transport fares.
We queue for hours to buy fuel that is scarce. The cost of buying engine oil and other vehicle parts has also more than doubled in price. If we continue charging at the same price, we cannot make gain.
Nigeria has been paying heavily for subsidies on imported refined fuel for years, but this has failed to stop transport fares from rising. Experts say this is because the country is unable to refine its own crude and depends on imports at the international market price, as well as the high exchange rate of the dollar against the naira.
There are other issues that has outweighed the subsidy that the government is providing. Now, some of the other issues are one, cost of spare parts. Of course, that has a direct link from the exchange rate regime that we're in now. So, vehicles will break down, of course, and they'll have to be fixed. So, if a crankshaft that was selling for 1,000 is now 50,000, all these costs are being transferred to the consumer ultimately. So yes, the fuel has been subsidized, but there are other issues.
The government's attempt to remove fuel subsidies early this year was met with fierce resistance from labor unions. It now plans to spend about $9 billion on subsidies this year alone. But economic experts say the government needs to use the money being paid to subsidize fuel to invest in the transport sector and also ensure that petroleum products are refined in the country to reduce fuel importation.
Licensed modular refineries, those ones does not need so much investment for them to come up. You can have modular refineries all over the place. Just let there be fuel that is being refined and sold here in Nigeria. That will go a long way. Of course, the icing on the cake could be that improving on other means of transportation. Imagine having a rail system, all over the country.
Nigeria's government says petrol subsidy payments will end by 2023 when the Dangote refinery becomes operational, cutting down on its dependence on importation. Removing subsidies would mean the government losing its ability to regulate prices of petrol. The government also says it will give monthly transport grants of about $12 to nearly 40 million poor Nigerians to cushion the effect when the subsidy on fuel is eventually removed. Ajek Mangut, CGTN, Abuja.